Hello, so welcome to the next square of the 50 stitches crochet along, and today we're making the Apache Tears stitch. So it's this lovely stitch that makes this beautiful zigzagging pattern across the square. It's a one-sided stitch, and this is a form of mosaic crochet. So how do we make it? Okay, so we're going to start by making a chain of 31 with a 3.5mm hook. At the end of your chain you're going to turn, and in the third chain from your hook you're going to make a single crochet and then single crochet all the way across. So including that turning chain you'll have 30 stitches. And then you're going to cut your yarn off. And then you're going to take your next colour and into that first stitch of the row 1, go to chain 1 and single crochet. That's your first stitch of the row. And then single crochet all the way across, and then when you get to the end you're going to cut off. And then add a third colour and do exactly the same. Join into the first stitch with a chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, and single crochet all the way across, and cut your yarn off. So why are we cutting off? Because mosaic crochet is made without turning. So for every row you make, you cut off at the end. Okay, so I'm going to start in the next colour. So for this I'm going to use 3 colours, but you can use as many colours as you like for this. So I'm going to join with the purple. And I'm going to join exactly the same way as before. Going to take this out, hook into that first stitch, yarn over, pull through, chain 1, and in the same stitch make a single crochet. I'm just going to pop the stitch marker in there. Oops, my yarn's decided to tangle, not a good time. Okay, so your first stitch for every row will always be a single crochet. But now we want to begin to make these zigzags, and to do that we're going to make a front post treble crochet 3 rows below. So we're on row 4 now, so I'm going to go into the front post of the stitch in row 1 directly below. So around the post, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2. So that is my first tier. So we don't go into that stitch there, the second stitch, because that's where we've made our tier. So in the third stitch I'm going to single crochet, and I'm going to single crochet in the next 5 stitches as well. So between each tier you're going to have 6 single crochet. You can actually make the tiers as far apart or as close together as you want, depending on how you like it. So there's no set for this, it's however you want it to look. So for this I'm doing 6, and then I'm going to do another tier in the front post of the stitch in row 1 directly below. Okay, so around the post, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Oops, let's try that again without splitting my yarn. Yarn over twice, through the post, then pull through 2 loops, the next 2 loops, and the last 2 loops. So now I've got my next tiers. I'm going to carry on down the row and repeat this pattern. So it's 6 single crochet, then a tier, 6 single crochet, then tier, all the way across. So I'm going to come to the end of the row and I shall see you in a moment. Okay, so I've done my second set of, sorry, the last set of 6 single crochet, which leaves me with 1 stitch left. And in that last stitch, I'm going to single crochet. So you'll never make a tier in the last stitch or the first stitch of this pattern. So when I get to there, I'm just going to cut off and just pull that out. So that is row 4 and the first set of our tiers. So there are a lot of ends with this stitch, but I think the look it creates is well worth it. So now we're going to go on to our next colour, which I'm going to go for the green again, and we join exactly the same way. Hook in, pull through, chain 1, and in the same stitch we make a single crochet. Now to get that zigzag look, we stagger where we put our tiers. So the next stitch is where we had the first tier, the next row, and to the top of that we're going to make a single crochet. So now we're going to make our next tier, and this is how we're going to do everything, is the tiers get staggered. So in the top of every tier you'll make a single crochet, and then you make another tier and a stitch next to it. And we're going to make it 3 stitches below again. So 1, 2, 3, around the post of this single crochet here, which doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. Around. Ooh, I didn't yarn over enough times there. Let's try that again. It's a treble, not a double. Yarn over twice. Around the post of the single crochet, 3 rows below, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. And you can see that staggered look. And then we're going to single crochet in the next 6 stitches. So the pattern is exactly the same. It's a tier with 6 single crochet and a tier 6 single crochet. What changes is where you place the tier. It's always 1 stitch after the one you did in the row below. And that is all there is to Apache Tears. So you just keep going like that. So if I just come back to the original square here, you can see the tiers are all staggered in these diagonal lines, and that creates this lovely zigzag pattern. So rows 1 to 3 are all just single crochet. You start your tiers on row 4, and if you're going to keep with the spacing I've used, then you're going to repeat rows 4 to 10. Okay, so on row 11 is where you have to come in with a new tier at the right hand side, and that's a repeat of row 4. Okay, so there's 26 rows in total for this stitch, and you just repeat rows 4 to 10, okay, to get to the top. For the border, you're going to make a single crochet across the top and bottom in each stitch. For the sides, you'll make a single crochet in every stitch except for rows 1, 8, 18 and 26, where you'll make 2 single crochet in the sides. Then you add that extra stitch in the corner for the turns, and that's that. So that's the Apache Tears stitch. As always, if you have any questions, please do come over to the Facebook group. Always happy to help there. And please do show us your finished squares. So I hope you enjoy, and I shall see you next week for the next stitch. Bye for now.